once we do get to the portion of baseball's offseason where we actually get signings, I wonder if these fit into what the Braves are looking for. Major League Baseball trade rumors released their top 50 free agents with predictions of where these players might land with contracts. And I'm glad they do this. I'm so bad at guessing contracts and the numbers. For example, there are multiple predictions by writers at MLB Trade Rumors that have Chris Bassitt signing with the Braves for 2 years, $38 million. There are predictions of the Braves signing Brad Keller, relief pitcher, for 3 years, $36 million. Ha-Seong Kim returning to the Braves for 2 years and $30 million, which is about the number we had talked about if they were to go an extra year. Raisel Iglesias, 2 years, $26 million. Now, let's say you were able to do all four of those things, for instance. That would be $61 million, $61 million added to this year's payroll, which has some arbitration raises, but some money that had already come off the books.
Yeah, and
I think that would be very manageable.
Iglesias would be a net gain of you keep the player for about $2 million cheaper than he was last year.
Again, the Kim deal, 2 and 30, that tracks. That's fine. I think that's where I would stop. I wouldn't go a third year. I wouldn't go a fourth year. I wouldn't go anything beyond 2. But again, 2 at 30 can make some sense.
Hear about AAV, that's $1 million less now if Alex is counting up his pennies.
For the Braves, that matters.
Yeah.
For Ha-Seong, it's just like, here's another year of guarantees. Yeah. So you can, just calm down, focus on baseball, 2 years of it. There are 2 other intriguing options that if the Braves are willing to do something they've never done. They do not sign pitchers to long-term deals. Free agents. That's just not who they are. Ranger Suarez is projected to get 5 years and $115 million. It's $23 a year. Would Alex break course and give a guy 5 years? Michael King is projected to get 4 years and $80 million. So both AAVs are fine.
Like that.
But it's about the years. Michael King's already had a bunch of injuries.
Yeah.
Ranger Suarez has had his share of stuff too, and I think you have to be careful moving forward. See, we're not in the business anymore of paying you for what you've done. If I'm going to pay Ranger, I have to feel so good that he's going to stay healthy over a 5-year deal. I'm going to guess Alex will not do that. The Chris Bassitt 2 for 38 tracks a lot more about Alex's history than 5 years for Ranger.
Certainly for his history with the Braves, he says that he's learned as far as making huge trades and like he can still do it, signing huge deals and he'll still do it. But he's learned from his days in Toronto. And I think we've got the season we've got the out of nowhere Alex. And we talk about this all the time, that you don't hear anything about it and then boom, it's Josh Donaldson or it's a trade, etc. This offseason, there needs to be like 3 or 4 of those, though. So there are some just major holes. Like you have to rebuild the entire bullpen, and you didn't say anything there about Pierce or Kenley.
So Alex was asked about that yesterday at GM meetings about reconstruction of the bullpen, but he made it seem very clear that shortstop and starting pitching are his first priorities. That doesn't mean they come ahead of a signing if a bullpen arm becomes available that he likes at the price, but the priorities are filling shortstop some way, shape, or form. And I don't think that the Bo Bichette rumors, he's not coming to the Braves. I've seen enough now to tell me that people are looking at him as a third baseman or a second baseman long-term. I don't think he stays at short, so that changes the math on what they would do there. And I don't know what the options are after Kim. Like, they're very limited in what you can do. But I just don't see, again, Alex getting into the Bo Bichette. I think Bo's going to stay in Toronto when this is all said and done.
Yeah, it was Willie Adames last year. That's what the option was. And that was too many years and too much money.
For a lot of teams who aren't comfortable with it. So we'll see what it looks like. But again, the Chris Bassitt thing tracks. Ha-Seong Kim's numbers make sense. Raisel could fit into that number. Brad Keller could also fit there. Do they splurge in a way they haven't splurged before would be the intriguing thing in this offseason.